prepare for your exams. Ah. With a smile on my face, but sadness in my soul, I'm announcing that 4 weeks had left until we graduate University of the Pacific. Good evening, everyone. My name is Alina, and I'm your host for today. Welcome back to the Pulse. As our graduation is coming close to an end, is coming closer, there's a lot of things that should be done by our graduates, such as picking up your caps and gowns. On April 20th, you will be able to pick up your caps and gowns in our bookstore. And if you hadn't got one yet, you still can get one, and please hurry up to do so. Take care of your grades, prepare for your exams, and please don't forget to enjoy it, as our time in the Pacific coming to an end. Our international students, please take care of your visas if you're staying in the United States. And if you're traveling back home, check up on your tickets. Let's ask one of our international students about his life at Pacific. Good evening, Ramis. How are you doing today?
Hello, Adina. First of all, I wanted to say thank you very much for inviting me here.
Thank you for being here today. So my first question for today is going to be simple but unique. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? Where are you majoring? What year are you?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Ramis. I am second-year international student here at the University of the Pacific. I'm studying computer science, and I'm more focused on gaming and creating games. I really love games. And I'm originally from Azerbaijan, country which is located on the borders of the Western Europe and Eastern Asia.
Nice, that's wonderful. Creative gaming, that's amazing. Thank you so much for this wonderful reply. And we're moving on to our second question, which is why you chose Pacific?
That's a really good question. And I will talk a bit later about this. But basically, when I had my choice as an international student, most of the international students, they actually will never have a chance to explore many opportunities to choose out of the universities here at in the United States. But at the end of my choice, I had, I think, 5 or 6 universities where at the end I actually had to make a choice. And actually, University of the Pacific, why I chose the University of the Pacific, it was really related to my major of study, because there's, in different programs here, there are a big number of opportunities which at the first glance as an international student, you would never expect that this is possible. But for me, for example, in computer science, and it's not only in my major, it's I would say actually in most of the fields here at the University of the Pacific, there are many opportunities available for international students. And basically, answer to your question was that, is that there's really good program for my major here, and of course, I received brilliant scholarship from international department here at the University of the Pacific. Oh, that was crazy. I still can't believe how I did that. But actually, that what made my final choice.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. And that's amazing. Thank you so much for your open answer about it. And I also loved how you noticed that we as international students, we can't, explore our options exactly. So the only option we made, we come here and that's where we end up. And fortunately, we're all happy to end up specifically at this school, University of the Pacific. So right now we're moving on to my next question, which is, what challenges as an international student have you faced during your time at UOP, especially when you just arrived?
That's a definitely good question. And remembering myself back in 2019, and actually before coming here to UOP, of course I was scared. of course, as an international student, I wasn't sure what to expect and actually what to start from when I come here to United States. And that's actually, of course, most of the students, international students, are facing during the first year. I call this process of adjustment. And then, you know what I'm saying. If you can recall and remember their first semesters here at Pacific, first year it's very important to adjust to the culture of the United States. And that's one of the things that took time for me during the first semester. But I would say the challenges here at the University of the Pacific is just a small steps. So if you look, international students, you would understand me. On the way to the success, which is somewhere at the end, at the very end, these small steps like getting visa, choosing the university, coming to the United States, learning English, these are really small, tiny steps on the big progress and the big project of yours to become success. And that's actually what I'm trying to, well, that's my point, is that challenges are just challenges, and yes, we are ready for them here.
What about, okay, a language barrier? When you arrived here, I'm pretty sure you didn't talk very well like you're talking right now. So what about that, and how did that affect you making friendships, especially with Americans who have, obviously, very good language skills?
Yeah, I totally understand you. Of course, obviously, for international students out there from all over the world, that doesn't mean from which country you are coming from. First question you have here when you want to come to the United States is to overcome this language barrier and actually be familiar with English. And I wouldn't say that I speak English well. I still have this accent, and I think it's forever with me. And you guys can hear that from there. But the point is, so this is just a step which you have to overcome. And basically, actually, University of the Pacific, this will be a good choice for you as international students, because this is the small community here, and this is a really large number of international students here. And the classes actually you will be taking are encourage you to work in groups and meet other people from different backgrounds and from, again, with different languages. And actually, I would like to mention one thing here. Some of my professors are not like 100% clear in English, you know what I'm saying? Some of them are actually also international students in the past. So what I'm telling here is that we here international students and people from all over the world, each and every day, of course, try to be more familiar with English and practice. Basically, the answer to your question, during your first semesters here at Pacific, it will be like, one day you will just like realize, oh, I speak English like everybody else here, and I can make friends.
So that you're not different, and there is a lot of people who go through the same thing, right?
Absolutely.
Following up with this question, I need to ask you, again, keeping up success as a student is another challenge, and keeping up your GPA on the level that needed, especially when you have scholarship, you need to keep it on the particular level. So tell us your secret. How were you able to keep up your success while being in college?
Secret is a really huge word for me. I would say unfortunately, I'm not the best student out here at the University of the Pacific, but definitely I can give you a couple of advices on that one. So first and foremost, it's really important to know that it's not that difficult to study here. There's really big difference of the way they taught us back home, and not only at in my country, but it's really similar to for other international students as well. So the process of studying, of course, and teaching is very different. And again, when you choose, there's always a reason why international students choose United States to continue their path, right? Why we are not standing in our countries. And that's actually what I'm saying here. This is not that difficult how it could imagine to study here. University of the Pacific will provide you dozens of resources to help you with your studies. Which resources? So, for example, you know that in your classes we always have a teacher, of course, professor. Besides teacher, there's always a teacher assistant available for you. Class sizes here are 20 people. Average class sizes are 20 people. Right, and so there's always that attention to each and every student in the class. Besides these teacher assistants and teachers available in the class, you're always free, completely free. You can always go to the library and ask for academic assistance and help. This is always completely different service for our students, but sorry, I'm talking too much here about this question. But the point is, yes, there are dozens of resources out there available for international students, and the point is you are not the first, you are not the last, so don't lose your time. Come here.
Thank you for the open answer about it. And yeah, talking about resources, let me move on to the question about jobs. So what I want to ask is that, well, first of all, for some of our international students, it's a very, very big struggle to find a job. They don't know how, they don't know where. So what I'm wondering with you today is that, where had you been working so far, and how were you able to get your jobs?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much for that question. I would actually, I think I would stop a little bit more on this question, because for international students, it's really important. It's really difficult to find the clear information and actually how it is to be here, to be as international student here, and what you are able to do and what you are not able to do while being out there. I remember myself being in my country back home in Baku. I was exploring. Of course, I had an advisor who helped me choosing this university, and then I always had actually the first one of the questions I had where to choose from was that if I'm available to actually to work here on campus. Some campuses don't provide this opportunity. Unfortunately, University of the Pacific, because it's private university and we have these resources available here for all students, international students are also actually able to do non-work studies. So basically, we are able to do on-campus work here. And I had that piece of information in my mind, but I never worked before, actually. Back home, I worked maybe like for 3 or 4 months. I remember myself working at the McDonald's. That's all I had before. And but right now right now I'm working actually the office of the admissions here at the University of the Pacific. I represent Tiger Team, and we call ourselves Tiger Team members. And what we do, here on campus, we take care of student tours, and we take care of all students, prospective students who possibly might be interested in joining our university, or actually applied and received their decision. So basically, we provide all like tours on campus. We provide information, and basically there's some office work as well. But the point is, this is not my first job here on campus. So yes, I was here in 3 years, and I did several on-campus jobs. What I started from, that's a really good question, and how I started from, how was I able to get a job? Basically, when you come here, my dear international students, go ahead and explore out there. You need to talk to, you need to find people here on campus, talk to different departments, and get information. It really depends on what you are looking for. But if you're interested in working on campus, there's amazing department here called Career Services Department. So this is department where each and every student can again come and request career assistance. Basically, there will be a professional sitting next to you, like me and you right now, and then you will present, if as an international student, if you want to work on campus, when you come your first time, you will be advised on how to actually work on campus, what you need to expect in working culture of the United States, and all basic guidance. But then they will also help you actually preparing resume and CV. Well, that's how it's called in our countries, but here it's resume, and basically they will create a resume for you and go over it, and then at the end, here at the University of the Pacific, we have our website, and all students can go on this website and choose out of 300, I think, job offerings available. So basically, you just choose the most preferable job for you, and I'm pretty sure some students will be interested, okay, what kind of jobs as international students you can do there on campus? And I would answer you. So basically, don't be scared of working here. All job openings are for students, and supervisors and people who provide this job, they understand that international students are here. Some students might get job first time, and they're actually always providing help to you. So basically, again, the idea is you are not the first and you're not the last one. There will be always people out there helping you and assisting you in this process. So basically, you go there, you get your resume done, you get assistance on what kind of job you would like to do. Finally, you apply. There's interview process, of course, and after that, you will be able to work.
Yes, thank you, Ramis, for explaining in details, because no, it is truly difficult for some international students, you know, to understand all of that. And I'm glad to hear about your past from McDonald's to, you know, being an important person like you are right now, which is amazing. It's amazing, you know, to hear that path from here to there, not, you know, from there to there.
Oh,
yeah.
You
know what I mean. It's amazing. It's amazing. And it's very, very inspiring. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
And my last question for you will be, what is your favorite thing about UOP?
Of course, Alina, you had to do this. Your last question will be the most difficult. Yeah. That's a tough one. That's actually a tough one because I like everything about UOP here. But to be more specific, our campus, I fell in love with our Stockton campus. It's so beautiful, and how it's really difficult to explain for me. But students who are out here around me, they will understand it. After first semester at the University of the Pacific, you feel the vibe, you feel the Pacific pride, and you understand this feeling that on each and every corner, there will be opportunity or a professional who will be able to help you with anything. Basically, all your ideas and dreams can come true here at the University of the Pacific. I'm actually speaking about myself, and I'm like reminding my own experience. And the best thing I love about Pacific is how they give the attention and how we international students can feel same as we would feel home.
Yes, yeah. Because I remember me coming here first time and I felt like I was welcomed, you know, with open arms, and it definitely was a very warm feeling for me. Okay, Ramis, well, thank you so much for being here today. We really appreciate it, and you have a good evening.
Thank you very much for inviting me. Bye to everyone. Okay.
Welcome back. Today I would like to remind you about our show. The pulse represents you, Student Squabble.
Feeling tired by Wednesdays? Got a case of burnout? Fight off the midweek slump with PTV's exciting new live series, Student Squabble. Student Squabble is a brand new weekly live stream from Pacific Tiger Broadcasting. Created by the live production class, Student Squabble is inspired by elements from all of your favorite game show classics, such as Family Feud, Jeopardy, Whose Line Is It Anyway, and so many more. Each week, 2 students go toe-to-toe in a variety of fun challenges that are brand new each week. The students will put their skills to the test and try to win the title of winner each episode. We have games like Power Cat Pyramid, News Report, Rapid Round, and so many more. You can find the live stream on the PTB YouTube page every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Miss an episode? No problem. You can watch your favorite moments over and over again on the YouTube channel. We are working hard to make sure we've got the best and latest content just for you. Be sure to tune in every Wednesday at 12 p.m. See you then.
How fun. Yes, so absolutely you should stay tuned with this wonderful show. It's going to be every Wednesday, and definitely go make some food, get some snacks to enjoy the Student Squabble show. And so right now, let's see what kind of dish Jacob prepared for us today.
Wow, Jacob, you left me speechless. I personally love nachos. What about you, Sherilyn?
I think they look fantastic. I love a good cheese and chip combo. So, hello everybody and welcome to a beautiful evening here on the Pacific Tiger Broadcasting. We are coming to you live from campus at the University of the Pacific. We all love a good social event. So here are some school events that we are looking forward to. Make sure to check out the UOP calendar for more details. We are going to the DUC Lair on April 14th at 7 p.m. for the Queer Drag Coffee House. That's right, the ASUOP Arts and Entertainment and Intercultural Student Success are proud to bring you the annual Queer Drag Coffee House. Join us for an evening of lip-syncing performances and dances by legendary drag queen Helen Heels with special guests, raffle prizes, and much more. ASUOP for DEI and APIS present a conversation with the Korean adoptee and indie rap artist Dan, aka Dan. Sunday, April 17th in the ballroom, the DUC ballroom from 5 to 8 p.m. Dan, aka Dan, is an indie rap artist based from Los Angeles, California. He produces music and lyrics that chronicle his experience with self-identity, addiction, life, and love. This has included 2 albums, Stuntman and Escape from LA. Dan is a Korean adoptee who has also produced 2 documentary series detailing his very personal journey of meeting his biological family, including an identical twin brother he never knew about, who also raps. He's been featured on Huffington Post, NPR, the BBC, Drama Fever, and Hulu. We are in baseball and softball season, so please come out and support your Tigers and go to a game. We love our Tiger athletes. ASUOP Film Series at the Janet Leigh Theater from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. We are going to see Moonrise Kingdom and the 355. ISS is filming a screening of Brother Outsider at 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. in the McCaffrey Center tomorrow evening. Don't forget, there is the chamber music Griffin Trio. the concert from 2:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. at Faye Spanos Concert Hall. And last but not least, we have the Pacific Tiger Broadcasting Pacific Games that is coming to you on April 15th from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. on the West DUC lawn. Let's check out a video dedicated just for this event. All right. Don't forget, we also have Sustain Pacific is doing their Green Fashion Week show. That is also April 15th from, I believe it is from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. in the DUC ballroom. So, I wonder how you guys are out there doing. As our host Alina was mentioning, we are dealing with grad season. We have a lot of people who are getting ready to graduate. Caps and gowns are expensive and have been ordered. Lots of invitations sent out. And don't forget, if you can't afford to have the official invitations, you can always create your own on some of those fancy websites. Make sure to invite your friends and family to come out and see graduation May 14th. At 10 a.m. is the opening ceremonies, and most schools are going to be graduating at 1 p.m. or 4 p.m. in various locations all over the Pacific campus. Check out your schools to find out where your tassel and diploma are being distributed. Thank you for watching us tonight as we are going through the Pulse in our new location in the Long Theater, as we are trying out new equipment and we are trying to figure out the ins and outs of having a nice green screen studio. Thank you for joining us tonight, and that was going to be my last announcement. I'm so glad you stayed till the end, and be sure to tune in next Friday and join us for the Pulse at Pacific.